Here's the thing. I am from a compound and I was born there. I was actually born in my grandmother's house. So I was born there. I grew up there. You understand? I left and went to school in Montego Bay, but I'm actually from there. Right. The thing is, I love that community. I have a house there that's, again, most returning resident go somewhere else to build. That's where I've built my house, in a compound. So I have every intention of returning there. You understand? That place is dear to me. You understand? I have a connection with the community. I've been doing it's just since this man came into office. I kind of take a step back. I used to do community charities, little fund, little what do you call it now? Programs for senior citizens, the children's, and whatever. I still support the primary school. So again, it's dear to me. It's just the love I have for the community. It's not about enriching myself. I left there, and I can say I'm not gonna say I'm a rich man, but I'm comfortable. You understand? I'm not struggling.
Yeah.
You understand? So, yeah. And again, the community can do better. We have a rich history.
You can't. So you say you want to help back your community to make to develop. You're seeking development for all the community.
Exactly. Yes.
I respect that. I respect that. Are you willing to put up your own money just to see the development of their compound?
Of the community. Yeah.
I hear it from your heart, gentlemen. I hear it from your heart.
That's the home. That's where I know home.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So this man who we are talking about now, Vine, what name? Colonel. Does he have a house over there?
No.
Oh, Murdy Road doesn't live in a compound.
He doesn't live there. He doesn't have a house there. His family has a house there. His father has I think it got damaged in the storm recently. He passed away now though. That he was 102 when he died. So he think I don't know him, but he doesn't have anything in a compound town to say he's returning to. He's gonna be like Curry. Cause Curry don't have a house in a compound town. Right? And neither does this man.
Little advice to you, I would want you to know that you must stick out and let the DOJ run your election.
Yeah, I think so.
You see, you need a fair election, and we just Curry win back or whosoever win back, all they want to do it is free.
It is run, exactly.
It is run free. And about how long it's supposed to run on the 4th of January, but they don't make a date yet.
No, February is when the election is due.
In February?
February.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, the 4th of February, right. So you have roughly a month.
Right.
Well, sir,
it's still up to the colonel.
I know when you were colonel there, I remember.
Or when married. The other gentleman.
The other gentleman, yes. He was a problem. My father, 93 to 97, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So how is the outreach, Captain Cudjoe? Because I know that the maroon votes are not just confined to a compound, Bethsalem and those places. I know they extend beyond those areas to as far as Aberdeen, Quickstead, Silo, or Windsor. How is the outreach going in those other areas?
Yeah, well, it's a number of them. All of those that you just named. You have Flagstaff, you have Kingston, Montego Bay, you understand? So those are all areas we are accustomed to have.
Also, you go as far as Maroon Town in St. James?
Yes.
Okay.
Not the Maroon Town, though. Flagstaff, because that's
Flagstaff,
just a decent. Okay. Yeah, Flagstaff here. There, Garlands, so those areas. Yeah.
And outreach in those areas are looking good for you, or they're just a work in progress as we speak now.
Well, not recently. I've been there before a couple of times. Even before the last elections, and so they know of me. I'm no stranger, but again, it's Maroney campaign is not something that's long and drawn out.
Yes, I know that it's usually short. But one of the things that have beset their compound maroons is the whole issue of finances. You know, they have not been able to get on top of their finances, and so they have to depend largely on government subventions. I don't know how much they do nowadays, but back then they used to have to through the culture ministry. I mean, what would be your plans to help in that remit? You know, to market, because a compound, can be marketed in several ways as a tourism destination. You know, it could be from a kind of niche tourism market can be developed up there.
And it is marketed as part of the tourism calendar. It's I guess many people don't know this, but the Maroon celebration is the first event on the Jamaica tourist destination.
Yeah, man. But aside from the January 6th, I'm just saying that the location, like an ecotourism site, or otherwise community tour. Something like what they have over there in Treasure Beach. I don't know if you have ever visited like Treasure Beach and see the type of tourism that exists over there, where it's local, it's community. People are like the tourists who visit Treasure Beach. They are rubbing shoulders with the community members and so forth. It's not something like what is in Montego Bay or Orchard or other places. So I'm just saying that place, a compound, has that potential to be marketed in that kind of way. And I'm wondering why nobody has ever, pushed for it, other than the January 6th festival,
No, man, it used to happen, but what changed was when COVID came around. Because we used to have tours that come from Montego Bay, and for people off the cruise ship, so we used to get a lot of 3-4 tours a day while ships are in town or stay over tours. But it's just since COVID, all of that kind of, went away. And then now with this colonel and what he came in now, first thing he did start going against the government and the minister of culture, the tourism minister. So nobody is interested in putting $1 in the community. And again, if with the stance that he takes that no police can come there, then again, if that's the stance, then the government can't guarantee anybody's safety in sending them there. So those are some of the things which have changed since he's taken office. So we used to have it, and now you're right. We need to get back to where that marketing is. And that's why I said the first thing is to build back the relationship with the Jamaica government. Babsy Grange is a very good culture minister. He's on board. I met with her recently. And again, the community needs change. Whether it's me or whoever gets in, they have to work with the Jamaica government. For the community to strive, they have to. There's no way around it.
And a lot of people don't know, Captain Cudjoe. That is why their compound maroons over the other maroon communities are so popular, because they have always had a cordial relationship with whichever government is in power, Because I don't know if you recall when you recall when Mr. Wright, the longtime colonel, he was up there.
Right.
You remember Mr. Wright? Yes, good. And he has always tried to forge a relationship between the government and the Maroons. I don't know why the Maroons have now adopted this argument that they should be considered a sovereign nation within a sovereign nation, which is to me antithetical in any way, and doesn't even make sense. But what are your views on that, really?
No, all colonel have worked with the government. All of them.
But I'm not saying because Mr. Wright was up there for such a long time. Murder Road too. But because Mr. Wright was up there for such a long time, that's why I brought him up,
Right.
Yes.
And that's why I said we have to.
Then done.
Next
time.
Hey, Mr. Alderell.
You don't know why this man divide the country, Trying to divide the country to gain power, This white man, I'm going to go tell them.
And that's it. Exactly.
Me not afraid.
That's where all of that is coming from. Divide and conquer.
That is the problem, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Is him gonna divide the maroon them?
Yeah. You know,
You see?
we have to get back to basics. We need to rebuild the community, and the only way to do that is with the help of the Jamaica government. Because again, we don't have anything for ourselves. They're talking about the Prime Minister wanting a compound town for mining. We don't have anything to mine. It's total rubbish.
Yeah, I know that there. That's not there. That's not true.
Right.
Yeah, and yeah, it is sad to see, because when I see that what is happening now in a compound town, and people should understand this too, and you can attest to it, that a compound was one of the most peaceful places in Jamaica.
I agree.
I think with the exception of Mr. Carley, I don't remember if you remember him, who used to blow their bang,
Harris Carley, yes.
who died, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I don't think there's ever been another incident like that in a compound town.
Oh.
And it was a very, very peaceful place with very sober-minded people. I'm just wondering, when did it veer off path, and why did it take this route that it is now taking? The acrimony and against the government, and the pushing of violence almost. What some of the things I've seen, and the anecdotal stories that are underground and being heralded around.
But here's the thing, all of this is since this man took office. You understand? This Curry fellow. If that's one of the things I say every day, I'm kind of glad the general election happened before his election. Had the PNP won the election, I can tell you he would be on top of the world. And a compound would be doomed. Right? I'm kind of glad how the election went how it went. You understand? And as the Prime Minister made a statement the other day, the thing is what he's pushing for sovereignty, and it's total nonsense. That's sort of rubbish. That's not something I support. And so we all bear a Jamaican certificate and a Jamaican passport, driver's license, you name it.
Hold on.
So we don't
Captain Cudjoe, just a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Just a minute. Captain Cudjoe. Let me so when you say it was peaceful, you used to walk with gun up there, the Colonel M?
No, never. This was the first man who has ever done that. And the colonel before him is also an ex-police. He was an inspector of police. Mm-hmm. And even though he had his own personal firearm, you never see him brandish it. Never. Even up to now, he still has that. And even when he visits come here, and because people know he has it, but they can never say, well, they've seen him brandish a firearm publicly.
Yes. That's how this a man a walk around with long guns on him back and them sitting there.
Exactly. Right.
I'm bringing an outlaw regime.
Very tolerant. Him a militarize the place, man. See what him friend.
Well,
that's why you know on the army up there. Go meet for
the army up there, yeah.
Good day. Queen of Africa, from all this mayor, she just gone quiet. What happened to she? Is it all these things she was speaking about all the time?
Well, me no know, because she talk about things about curry them and thing. Like she know why them.
Because I can't understand how she just gone quiet, so.
I think she's taken up residence now more in favor of the Flagstaff Maroon. That's another thing now which they're trying to separate that community now from a compound town. As if that, you understand? So they've created their own thing down there now. You might hear them talk about now that they are the original holders of the treaty and so forth. Mm-hmm. So you have Queen Africa, Sizzla is down there as well. I can't remember the other entertainers, but a lot of them now are shifted from a compound. I guess whatever Corey had promised them or they were supposed to get from him, it's not forthcoming. So they've now gone to the Flagstaff area to kind of separate them from their compound maroons.
I tell you, one politics, man, it's a big politics. And these young people come and decide to do what they want to do. Right? So them now follow tradition, them a change it for them way.
For them, exactly.
Right? So I want to know, what about tradition?
Nobody cares about the culture anymore. That's the thing. Everybody knows, it's just about money, and That's all they defend.
So them coming like this to a party the way I defend pay money.
Yeah.
Calculate them align with them.
Yes, man.
But
You
Captain
know
Cudjoe,
that, man. You know they are the criminal organization.
yeah, Captain Cudjoe, because I don't know if you can help us here, but where do you think this argument of Maroon sovereignty, where do you think it evolved from? Because I remember years ago I used to come up there to a compound, and I've never heard anybody on the ground in a compound town, which I've never heard them with that kind of argument. Not the people, not the leaders. Where do you think it evolved from? Because and become such a potent force among their compound Maroons today. Help us to understand it.
It
if you
first
can.
started with the same colonel with Merdy Road area. He was the first one who started.
Merdy Road?
When he was colonel.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where it actually started. He had referred on his letterhead. He referred to the community as the sovereign state of a compound, right? And the colonel after him, Mr. Petty, Ferran, they both dropped that whole idea.
That's Sydney Petty you're talking about.
Sydney Petty, correct. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Then you have this man now who has come back now, and I guess his whole thing, and as I mentioned earlier, that if you can identify yourself as being sovereign or indigenous, just like the Indians in America and those in South America, the Tainos and those, there is funding, millions of dollars sitting in the UN for indigenous people. So if he can get it ratified that a compound town is sovereign and
Okay.
most indigenous people, there's money sitting there for that. Again, Corey brought a case, I'm not sure if it's even going anywhere, where he's filed a lawsuit against the government of Jamaica now claiming ownership of the Maroon territory there, a compound town. But he didn't file it on behalf of the sovereign state of a compound. If you look on that document, it says Richard Curry.
Yes, and
So
he was first in. Yes, I saw that, and then the Maroon Council was second.
Right. So he's the one who is pushing that agenda. It's not the people in the community. Right? Because all these years, as I said, I've born and grew up there, and I've never heard anybody refer to about us having our own government and whatever it is. Again,
Yes,
I can remember all cases, whether theft or whatever, rape or it all goes to the Jamaica court system.
Yes, I've never heard that argument before.
Right.
And I have relatives who live there, so I've had reasons to visit their a compound town, and I've never heard that argument being bandied about. I know their compound Maroons, they saw themselves as being special, but outside of a cultural group, I've never heard that argument of them being sovereign and asserting any rights over and beyond what was given to them by the Jamaican government. So what are the feelings on the ground though, Captain Cudjoe, as you go around now, as you see it? Because I know that community must be hurting from the divisive arguments and the way Mr. Curry has led that group. His conduct is really questionable if you ask me, with regards to his leadership. I don't think he's much of a uniter. But what is your feelings as you go around on the ground? Because I know the elders there, they should be expressing some amount of disappointment.
No, people are tired. Trust me, they've had enough. But again, a lot of people don't really speak out because they can't deal with the animosity and you speak out.
Because they're very peaceful people.
So they come now. You shouldn't say this about the chief, or so to avoid the argument. Everybody's just sitting back and just waiting for the election to become. But they're tired. They're tired of it. And the community is suffering. is blatantly suffering as we speak. You know, this man is not doing anything for the community. The so-called water plant that he has up there, I asked him if he has ever drunk a cup of water from that cistern that he has there. He himself has not taken a cup of water from it, and he's talking about he has machine producing 400 gallons of water. So where's all this 400 gallons? It's been there like more than 6 months now, which means we should have over 400,000 gallons of water in the community. Where is it? You know? So it's, trust me, they're feeling it, and I know they're just tired, but again, like how we have an active opposition in the wider Jamaica, that's not there. It's people like myself who have spoken out. You see, Mr. Rowe at one time, he spoke out, and I guess he was threatened, he went quiet. You understand?
Captain, I see somebody in the chat said 35,000 per load Maroons are currently buying water.
Yeah, it's true.
So are you going to solve that problem if you become Colonel?
You know that the parish council, the St. Elizabeth Parish Council, had already approached under Ferran Williams, approached them. Because pipe water passed there. It's at Cedar Spring, Elders, in Magati. And they asked the community to come up with $1 million to pipe water, to get the pipe system into the community. And again, every colonel go there looking for themselves. They couldn't find it.
It's alleged that this man has sit down for over 75 million.
Yeah.
Then you can't spend $1 million out of that for people don't get the pipe up.
You're not going to do that. No. And that's all the parish council had asked for. The infrastructure is there. We have pipe throughout the community already. It's just now that he had gone and dig up the road and so forth. Now all of that pipe has been destroyed. You know. That he dug up the road, that he was going to fix the road. And we still haven't seen a load of mall drop back on the road, and that's over almost a year now. He's done that.
So when dig up the road for you?
Say he was fixing it. Say he got funds to fix it. And I tell them from the day one how this man operates. This man will get $1 million. And he will spend $100. Like again, you hire a backhoe, you're paying $20,000 or $40,000 to, you understand? At the end of the day, you hear, okay, I spend $1 million to do this. So nobody knows. There's no accountability. Nobody hold him to account. He has no function in council, which every colonel is supposed to have people in the community who make elders then, who make up your council. He has a couple lackeys running behind him. You understand? So there's no real accountability there. Nothing. But again, we need to get back to what a compound town, what the real Maroon town is about. The elders are the backbone of the community. They have to and must be involved in the leadership and the governance. And they used to be the check and balance. Because yes, you are the colonel, you are the person out front, you are the one talking and dealing with the people, but in the background you have a function in the council, just like a cabinet. You understand? They hold you to task. You know. So whatever it is you're gonna do, yes, you go out there, you come back to them, you report back, and a decision is made there. Say yes, all right, yeah, we can work with this program, or no. None of that is happening.
So, Captain, how is it going on the ground with your campaign? You have people who have a vote for you, where they have agenda and back have your bucket down there?
Yes, man, yeah.
How it look good?
It's looking good. Again, on the day of election, you can't tell how things may go, but for me, I know it looks good so far. And as I said again, there's another gentleman. No.
To cast them ballot against Murray?
No, they're not. No. You know. And for the strong feeling in the community, again, a lot of people just can't wait. They just want to see the back of it.
They want the change?
Yes.
Well, brother, as me say, you come here so already and you talk and me hear you and you sound like a fear man and like you is for the people. Yeah. And we endorse you 1,000% over here. This man just up there talk a while ago sound like a man who don't run down to look for you and the people feel like correct. They must talk about some cat and nine and all them things there.
He's he's an old police. He should know better. You know?
Is that true, sir? About this cat and nine thing, is that true?
No. total rubbish. What Curry is doing up there is not a matter about cat and I. It's about what you call the thugs he have around him.
But indeed, people.
You understand?
Indeed.
Yeah. He does that, but he's not cat and nine. Cat and nine is when, Curry's uncle is one person they used to drag out into the town square, and I was down there last month, and I was speaking to my aunt in Montego Bay, and she was reminding me, say, well, she warned the young people in the community not to vote for this man, because his uncle or his family, they are known thieves. His uncle, that she said, when they were going to school, they could look forward to him getting cat and nine every Monday. Every Monday they said they could meet in the square for him to be beat. Yeah. So what he's doing is just some gangster stuff he's on. But what Meredith, so them stuff can't happen in a compound though. Okay. That's gone. So anything happen now is for the Jamaican law system to deal with it. A man fight a man or and cut somebody. It just this idiot who is there now is trying to, like he has a court system that can deal with certain matters in the community. He don't know his role. He don't know the Maroon history. Ask him. Anybody call him and ask him something. Just even certain names in the community. He don't even know the elders. He can't call any of them by name because he don't know them. You understand? This man don't know one of the Maroon songs. He don't know nothing. Right?
Yeah. Well, Captain Cudjoe, as Quitty says, I too have listened to you and I've heard you here before. And I think you are a fair man and wise. And I think that the people of Maroon Town, if you do put yourself up, should, give you a chance to bring some to bring back that community. Yes, to bring back that community to where it was, because one of the reasons why a lot of people used to flock to Maroon Town on January 6th, to enjoy those festivities, is because of the camaraderie that the Maroons had forged, especially with the communities around them, and to see what is happening now under the leadership of this gentleman that's there. It is very disheartening, and it not only disheartening, it is frightening almost.
True.
Yes, it is frightening almost. I remember Squiddy and Captain Cudjoe might tell you this. When we used to travel from Westmoreland and we used to go all over the place, go through a place they call Thornton. Captain Cudjoe perhaps know that place.
Yeah.
And you could take that. There's a little. You go through this little cane piece and go up to Beth Salem and go right up into Maroon Town.
Appleton
right?
cane piece. Yeah.
Yes, and you go there any hours of the night. You didn't feel afraid.
Yeah.
Right?
Even
Because
that, there's always nightlife. There used to be so much nightlife in the community. Now,
yes,
it's like a ghost town.
yes, I'm telling you, and you because of how peaceful the place was, you didn't have to be fearful of any gunmen or anybody was gonna attack you or anything like that. That's what I'm telling you. That's how peaceful the place was, and to see Maroon a compound drawn into all this acrimony, especially at the leadership level, and the type of things and posture that we see, because we see those videos, man. We have never heard of Maroons fighting the police. Have you ever heard of it, Captain Cudjoe? I don't know if...
No. The only thing I know used to happen is back in the day before is when sold.
Hold on there. Somebody say, since Curry step in, dogs go to sleep at 6 p.m.
Well, what I would have liked to know as a captain, can the captain play the jump, that special jump?
The Gumbe.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't say play it but fine, yeah. I've beat it before, but not necessarily to say,
Yes, but is the colonel, not the captain, I was just saying the Colonel, this young man who just come in, Curry, can he do any farmer symbol religion, the maroon religion?
No, that's the thing. That's what I was saying.
How,
He doesn't
why
know,
that man
doesn't
should
know
be a
or
captain?
understand. Yeah.
Why that man should be a captain and him don't know nothing at the spiritual thing?
No.
Him shouldn't even get a vote.
He has misled the people. And I guess because he's supposed to be young and intelligent, they went for it because fine he's old.
Yeah, from the first day I see that young man come out, I could have said him is a criminal.
Yeah.
Trust me. Can come out with a dictator thing and go on, you understand me, and I go on with him thing like so well, him know the thing more than anything else. But as I say, it's just hopefully, and I think Jamaican people will stand by your captain and see say you really mean your people, the people of Maroon Town the best. And hopefully for the best, everything will just come out. That's the people them can be happy again.
Could they have you ever? Next time, let me ask him something. How many people are vying for the position now?
Well, so far I know of myself and there's another friend of mine, which both of us are very happy if we're supposed to meet down there in the coming week. So if he's not ready, then fine, it will be me. But if, and both of us are strong candidates. And we agree that if he's going, I'm going to be his deputy. And if I'm going, I'm going to be his deputy. So that's the kind of arrangement we have. So we're going to meet in the next couple of days there. Well,
What about this guy now we just go up the road?
Yeah, it's a total waste of time. He's not going anywhere. I don't know who is fooling him about running or they need him back. Yeah.
This young man will reach out to the government and ask the help. What do you keep in touch with that young man?
That's one of my good friends down there.
Okay.
Yeah, man. That whole group is
because
they're good friends of mine, and they are my little clique down there that I communicate with and keep in touch with people. And you understand?
Because to me, for a man to come in and do a thing, you got to have the culture in you. You cannot rule something where you don't know about.
True. I agree.
You have to know how to talk to the ancestors if you wanted to do something. So if he can able to go and do the spiritual thing, talk to the ancestor them or whatever, then you can be accepted.
Yeah.
From you can't do that, you're not supposed to accept to be if you run anything and do anything. You understand?
Yeah, man. I agree.
You know the culture, the Maroons and them roots, them that stuff.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
And as outlaws, if you talk to the ancestor, them, you know all of them things, man.
Well, not in depth with that part yet. Again, as I said, those are most of the elders who.
Yeah, the spiritual one.
Right. Yeah. So, and again, those are people now. Again, we do understand our culture is our main thing, and that's something. Yes, in the kernel, you understand. You have to get in. You have to. These are stuff you have to learn and you have to get involved with.
It's just like the Prime Minister. If the Prime Minister don't know the anthem of Jamaica, like how Mark Golden don't know the anthem, so how him a go find him a want to become Prime Minister?
Exactly.
Mark Golden can't sing the anthem. It's up in nowhere.
Captain, how is your relationship with the spiritual leaders them in the community?
As I said, I do get on well with all the elders. As I said, I used to do.
They give you the blessings?
Yeah, man. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I would have run the last one, but again, I was going through some issues and I wasn't ready. And part of it, as I say all the while, is having your own money to run your campaign. Because I see where people who have paid the piper call the tune, and I've seen where people try to control and dictate to people what to do. So I wasn't ready back then. You know, and then again, Ferran is the last colonel. He's a good friend of mine too. So I wasn't gonna challenge it. You know. Like, he was doing
Captain,
maybe not the best, but he was doing well.
Captain, really sorry. I'm really sorry if you know so the moral of Jamaica really changed. Because in the 70s, no, money was nothing. Manners and discipline take you anywhere in Jamaica. You understand me? And if you know so the root of money taking away everybody morals. So hopefully the people can, if they mean Maroon Town, the real, and really want to see it go back to the days of where it coming from, they can able to just give you a chance to prove, to bring back that what you call it, stability.
The sense of civility.
Yes.
Get back to basics, man. Get back forward.
Yes,
So all we can do is just put our prayer out there. Squitty will always pray for you.
Yeah, man.
Trust me.
And
And please
we pray to. We bring a party on board to pray to.
don't be afraid to come on this show, brother, and let the people.
We have said the past couple weeks, but it was the
Oh, that's already, you know.
holidays. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I know the first time him come here. And we tell him for the first time him come and talk, and we hear him talk. And him is for the people, we endorse him. Publicly we tell him so we endorse him. And we are saying it again, the platform I endorse him. Me tell the other man with the day I will say him name Raw. So we not back him, we not work with people.
Raw bad man.
What we think say, he want sign, go like him a run against Curry, but him a run with Curry.
Yeah.
I want to join the team.
Him like Curry, him like the bad man thing. You know,
Yeah,
see, you know, see the people them. You know, see the people them when they run with him, why him becomes power. And coming him becomes power in our 93.
Oh,
Yeah.
Raw?
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that, 93 to 97, him say.
Yeah. You understand me? You can imagine some dictator thing in the Japan bad man thing.
I'm so like him a PMP one.
Yeah, he switched. He used to be a strong supporter for the Labour Party, but the last election, he was on political platform in Westmoreland.
How you say?
Yeah.
Man, Korea did the same thing.
Yes.
But me,
Yeah,
I
man,
think-
Squiddy, he used to be a very strong JLP supporter.
He used
As a matter of fact, when he lifted the colonel for that area, I think J.C. Hutchins was instrumental in his campaign at the time.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, man, because Jesse Hutchison was, that mean when Balaclava was doing good.
Yeah. And the thing is to show you the how strong he was too. He used to sit unofficially in the Black River Council.
Yes, that's
even
true.
up to
Yeah.
up to last year, up to the last election, last local government election, he was still getting a stipend from the Black River.
You better sing a song and come back home. And leave them people there alone and come work with you. Work alongside you.
Hey, but outlaw, him and that say them have the one state thing and the two state thing, you know. Like say them suffering and thing, you know. I feel him think that him believe in that, just like Curry.
But I know them, but the thing is that we have is people, because of them, push certain narrative in him way and show him that's why him want to continue and endorse them thing there. Because remember now, you see where Curry come, you never have nobody a trouble with no two weapon over them shoulder and going like them nobody them untouchable.
Mm-hmm.
You understand me? But I just a little time, man.
I go against the state.
You understand me? I just a little time. Pop it off and show. Need to take off him straight.
Let me tell you something, Squiddy. A compound is a very beautiful community, and if they can, in collaboration with the government, come together and put put it up as a tourism product. Listen, the amount of money they'd make up there. You know, you build those hut-like structures, um, um, cabins, and you know, have tourism come up and stay up there and enjoy the quietness of the community, the peacefulness, the natural ambience of the community. Trust me, it could be a big sell. You know, I think
You
I
nail on
don't.
the head right there because even before that would have happened had Farron Williams won the election, Babs the Great has agreed and allocated funds to, as you said, build the huts, recreate the old town. You understand? Recreate that with the old traditional huts, and you know that would have been part of the tours and you know everything that comes with. That was part of the plan. You know.
Yeah, and I
And as
think
this man
yeah.
went in, he started, you know,
Dexter,
so
Dexter,
Yes, Outlaw.
I'm telling you, you know, right now, as you say, that would be the biggest tourist attraction right now in
Yeah, it
Jamaica.
would be. It would be. It
Because
could be
it's not
marketed as such.
many tourists who come to Jamaica, they not come for just down in no hotel.
Yes, and you know what, Outlaw
Understand
too?
me?
You know what is it, Outlaw? They could cater to those low budget tourists. The tourists who don't really have the money to come spend in the all inclusive hotels, you know?
You
But they
understand
have
that?
the money, they want to come, they want to trek.
Listen, Dexter, the tourists them know right now. You have tourists where even have money. They don't want to go in a no hotel. They want to come out. They want to come out in a community like that. Have picture tent.
Hold on. Somebody start with the background, man. Too much background noise. Please. People might listen.
Yeah, they want to come to Jamaica. Them bring them tent. Then go out like a cadet.
That's what I'm talking
Have
about.
them
Yes.
little thing and do them thing, and when them ready, then
In the mountains.
yes, them want to do their little camping and be peaceful and just come home and go home back.
Yes.
Board them flight, pack up them camping bag and pack up and go back, go board them flight. Not in a hotel. We have so much in Jamaica to offer as tourists where people would like to do. I remember as a little youth in the 70s where we used to have our cadets. When cadet time come, cadets them go up in the come up and them in the community, them pitch them tent every day, then cook, them do everything. The youth and the young people them in the community get involved with it. You understand me? And I saw them becomes a soldier.
Yeah,
But
man, I mean,
nowadays you're not even seeing no cadet going around again.
yeah, and I think
yeah.
and I think a compound town.
springs and so forth in the
Yes.
compound. You know, we have caves that have water run from one end to the other. You know,
Yeah, the ecotourism. Yeah,
yeah.
perfect. And I think what Colonel, I mean Captain Cudjoe, you know, the work with the government in terms of putting in the proper infrastructure, the road infrastructure. I know I don't know what the road infrastructure is like now coming from
It's man.
Magati end. I know it was always bad. You know?
Yeah, it's still bad,
But
you know. But again, the last time the Prime Minister visited the last celebration that the Prime Minister was there, he promised funds to fix the road, and it wasn't coming from the government. It was coming from the TPD fund.
yes.
Yeah, that's where he said that funds it was there, and he had asked for the Colonel just to reach out to him and get that going. But again, COVID came, and then we had the Maroon election, leadership change. So that's why I say if this man had cared about a compound town, all of these stuff is on record. It could have
But
been done.
what I say now, Magati is the main town for a compound, ain't it?
Yes.
So why the road couldn't be one of the best roads going to Magati, and Magati is the town, so that be the town center for that. Magati should be the place where can able to anything you want, you come to Magati. Eh?
I remember one time they were mooting the idea of putting up gates. I don't know if you recall Captain Cudjoe.
Well, they did put it up. Yeah,
They did put it up? Okay.
They did put it up, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I remember this man is of the impression that the government spying on him, are coming to get him. So.
Yes. Well, we wish you all the best, man. And yes, wish you all the best.
Yeah, man. Anybody else want to ask Cudjoe any question here?
Yeah, I want to ask one question. With all the plans that you have, it's like
Turn the TV down.
Can you-
Turn the TV down and you read it.
yeah, wait, where's the room? Yeah. So with all the
Down and read it
So
on the TV, man.
Okay, so with all sorry about that. So with all the plans that you have towards getting the election in gear, do you have a lot of persons in your area supporting you?
Yes, I do. Yes. Again, as I said, there are people from Curry side and people who we have sidelined. All of those people are on board with me. But and again, you have people who have abandoned him. Who is. So I do have a good chance. I have. I'm at least 80% confident of taking it home.
Well, as I say, if the people that didn't know their rights, want them could come out as a community member, and there's no way you have the community member come out and speak out, and everybody decide to go along with him, because if he couldn't speak and come out and speak as a community member and say, well, we don't want this. This is what we want. We want the government to come in and support us. If Curry did think him is a bad man, he would have silent that man. But that man knows that deep down, with our spiritual thing and what we have and what we know about, you don't have no touch. You can't deal with us. You understand me? So that's the reason why I know deep down, once you have those people behind you, there's nothing. No matter how much money Curry have, he has no say there.
His number, his time is up.
Yeah, man, definitely.
Look, your captain. If you become alright, make us say when, because we want you for win and we are give you a blessing. When you become colonel, what gonna be the fate of Curry now? I'm gonna still hang around you, I go want him in the community if he influence the people and if he build up some kind of trouble in the community or what. What are gonna do with him?
He's not gonna stay there. I can tell you that one. He's not gonna stay.
But the people are not gonna accept him. How can
The
you
thing is, as I say,
remember
you don't have
now?
anything in the community, you don't have a house there, you don't have nothing there.
You understand me? And it's a spiritual.
People in the community if him now not go answer.
Alright, that's
Well, because he get the role. It's like a man, you give a man your key, You give the man the key for your house. He can go in and do what he want to do when he want to do. But as long as you go back and take back that key, he have no say.
You have nothing more. And here's the thing now too. His family that he's staying with, they're only entertaining him to save face. Some family are talking about protecting the name and whatever it is. And that's it. But once he's out, he's out. We're not going to see him again.
Just simple.
And right now, we anticipate that after the celebration, nobody probably will see him there again either.
They're not gonna
He's looking to make a last haul and run.
That's the thing, is it now? If I'm me, with this celebration coming up, as a ancestor, I would like him as the king. 'Cause if you are a chief, there are certain part you should could able to play in a certain spiritual thing, right? No matter what it is, you got to know certain culture for being a maroon. And if you don't know it, that means say you're not supposed to be the ruler.
The only thing him know is to collect the money. I know say him a collect big money down for go in there.
I'm a thief.
Him a collect the
How
money.
can them allow a thief to come in and do that?
Only money him a talk about. Not different money.
Yeah, man. Hey, gentlemen. Trying to put myself, I'm traveling home tomorrow, so I'll be in Jamaica tomorrow. So,
All right, brother, and be safe.
and I don't, yeah, hopefully I'll be on the
God
program
go
while
with
I'm
you.
there still. I don't know how the internet is up there, but
Yeah.
Brother, may God go with you.
Yeah, I mean,
Sure,
that's them watch over your ears, huh?
yeah, man,
Yeah,
that's
man.
right, yeah.
And I know, and as I say, you know the ancestors, them, and from you can even feel go and have a meeting with your people and sit and do no spiritual work and ask for guidance and whatever,
True.
and make sure make sure God cover on and everything. Oh no, can nothing cannot harm you, brother.
Hold on, before you leave, Captain, this guy named Blood, I'll ask you a question.
Yeah.
Blood, where's the question? Blood? Okay, he said, how will he raise money for infrastructure and development? Also manage a budget. Yeah, you Captain?
Yeah, man. Again,
How you
as
gonna
I
raise
said,
money for infrastructure and development, also manage a budget?
when you talk about infrastructure, there's a couple of things you have to look at. Our main thing now is the road. And again, we need the government help with that. We already have, if it's building, we have that. We're not short of building in the community. Right? Managing a budget is the least. I don't plan to do that myself, even though I'm an accountant by trade. But that's something now, you don't see the Prime Minister handling the finances. You have people, and that's why I say it's accountability. There's none right now, and that's my thing to bring back the old Maroon Council, the council elders for oversight, get the community involved in every management aspect of the leadership. Not no dictatorship, no one-man show,
Sure.
And again, as I say, I have the support of a lot of young, intelligent people in the community, you understand, who are ready to be a part of this. So I'm not going to do it by myself. I'm
Right.
just the person out front, you understand?
Yeah. And it
Lining
takes a
up the dogs
community
and-
to build a community,
Right.
right?
Yeah, true.
No matter what, it takes a community to build a community. Because the community coming, it's like a pan of water, a pan.
Alright.
You make up, you know them pan, and you fill it up or full it up. If you don't have that water going into that thing and continue filter into it, it won't be a community. So you just need to be in there, build that community, and make the fountain flow. And your friend will see how prosperous that community can be.
Sure.
And the main thing after any election is to unite the community.
Simple.
You understand?
That's right.
But whether they vote for you or not is still, you're the representative for everybody, not just those who vote for you.
You sound like you'll be a good leader down the brother. Like you'll be people will vote for you again. You sound, if you
Brother, in God we trust.
You will do good.
Squitty, in God we trust.
Yeah, man.
You understand me?
Yeah, man.
And you can make sure you have that, my brother. Just that is your slogan, in God we trust. You go along with that.
Yeah. Hold on, let me ask before you go. Inspiration. Inspiration?
Yes.
Yeah, you want to ask Captain Cudjoe anything? You know,
He was the one who was trying to
get in for the Maroon leadership,
Yeah,
right?
man. Yeah, you know, listen to my talk all evening.
No, I joined late. I didn't hear most of what he had to say.
You have anything you want to ask him?
Well, based on the uproar that has happened, I saw where the soldiers went in, and they did actually some kind of rebuilding. I didn't hear any. I didn't hear any kind of any uproar over it. It seems like it went smooth.
Yeah, it's
But-
still ongoing. It's still ongoing.
It's still ongoing.
Yeah.
Based on where your vantage point, where you're sitting, how easy it is to take over the office or take the mantle from the current administration. Is it difficult? Has he so cemented himself in a position with influential people that is very hard to be dethroned? How easy it is?
Again, as I say, you joined late, but he's not
Yes.
a favorite in the community right now. For majority of people, they can't wait for the
Okay.
election to get rid of him. So he doesn't have that. For now, they respect the fact that yeah, he's the elected leader. They just allow him to do, just leave him. But
And he's aware of
time has
that.
come. Yes,
Okay. So
he's
he's
trying
so
to
he's
keep the Constitution like he's there in perpetuity. But that's nobody buys it. You alone can get up and say you're changing the Constitution. You can't do that.
I heard him saying that he, based on his advisors, who is the administrative team, who's the executive body? Is there such a group? Who are his advisors? Who best
Not
advises?
Maroons. Yeah, the people who are advising me are not Maroons. They're not from there. They have no ties to the community whatsoever. You understand? They're, well, again, I don't want to say outsiders because we are just one Jamaican, but they're not representative of the community. So he surrounded himself with people from outside of the community, and that's what have pissed off a lot of people there.
Oh,
Yeah. So he doesn't have a functioning Maroon council per se made up of Maroon. There's nothing like that.
okay. So how has the people benefited from his leadership over these past? How long he's been there?
Well, February will be 5 years. But it's all been smoke screens. That's all it is. You understand? You'll see him put something on social media, I'm fixing road. Yeah, you're bringing a backhoe, you scrape off the road, and then nothing else happens. 2 years after he was elected, he did say he was fixing the school play field. He dig it up. The government had to get involved a year later to say, hey, what happening? He had to get it fixed because now in the sports event the kids could have on the playground. So he just does stuff as I said, it's a smoke screen. It's just to seem like he's doing something. But at the end of the day, nothing is finished.
Thank you, Dexter.
I'm pretty sure that. Yeah.
Yes, Captain, with all right. Say for instance, he bring in these set of people, right? And they come in and then capture people, property. And the people them who live in the community and were born and bred in the community. Those people has to go when he leaving, and the people they get back their rights.
Well, that has not happened. He tried, but that has not happened. He's tried that with me, and he's tried that with my family property, my grandfather's property as well.
Okay.
But again, you can't do that.
Okay.
So he has tried that to take over people's property as it is. Again, what has happened though is that there was a building that was built, was named the Maroon Bank, as I said, and it was built on behalf of the committee. That he has captured.
Yes.
But again, when I am elected, I have no interest in that building. Sorry?
What do you use the building for now?
He used it as, would say, his head office. That's where he's people who are displaced during the storm. Some of them are there. That's where he's had all the meetings when he met with the police officers.
Wow.
And, so that's like his function in office. That I have no interest in that because that property is not it's not my own property as they claim. You understand? There was a
So,
building in the
somebody,
community that was built and handed over to the Colonel Petty. That is my own property. That building he tried to access and take over, but I guess the committee kind of tell him no, it can't happen. I don't know why, but because he doesn't know the history or doesn't know anything about the community, he couldn't say push it. I know that building belongs to the town because it was handed over to the town.
Yeah.
You understand? So that's town property.
yeah.
But the building that he now occupies, claiming it's town property, is not, because that was not. It was built by a private person, but it was not handed over to the town.
Okay. Somebody asking you, if you think he will buy vote, so you have to be careful.
Yeah, no, he would definitely do that. I know that.
A question.
Again, as the Prime Minister mentioned in the
Yeah.
election before this one, you take the money and you vote them out just to see.
You think the people them smart to do that? Or they will take the money and hear him say through them afraid of him?
No, well, they did it with Williams in the last election, They pretended like they were supporting him. And at the end of the day, they wasn't with him.
Yeah, but remember this man carry gun and him intimidate the people, them and them have him goons them around him.
Yeah,
You
that's
can-
why they want to see the back of him. And
So,
because they know that once he loses, he's not going to stick around. They know
But
that.
all right. What I want to find out. Now the soldier them up in the community. He has no license. Does he have a license to carry the gun?
No, that was
So
taken
can
from him back in 2022.
okay.
2022 or 2021. I can't remember. It was the. Yeah, he had to turn in that firearm. We don't know if he turned in the rifle, but we know he had turned in the handgun. And his
Okay.
license was cancelled. So he
So-
doesn't have a license. Yeah.
There's no way he has no right to brandish a weapon then.
No.
So anyone saw him with a weapon can turn him over.
Can't turn over. It is illegal. It has to be illegal.
So on that part you will have the government of Jamaica will have the defense force there to
Just
protect and guide his people, the people of Jamaica.
Let me ask you one question. The police them involved now in the election, like for security wise?
They used to. Not the last election, but prior to
Maybe
that.
you get them back.
Yeah, because they used to be. They used to accompany the EOJ representatives, and they were there
Yes.
throughout the process and everything. So,
I think we're gonna forget them back and get by the EOJ.
yeah, definitely.
Yes, brother.
That's part of once everything is dissolved, that's part of me and my colleagues what we spoke about is
Yes,
definitely
yes, I think that's
get
how
EOJ to run.
Well, as I say, as long as you can get everything right and run it as decent as it's supposed to be, and people, no matter what it is, corruption cannot overcome decency.
No.
yes, because we concerned about your brother and sister them over there.
Yeah.
A question here.
But the one thing with him, I know for a fact is that he feared me and my family. Not that we're bad people, but I know he and my
No,
mother went head to
but
head.
brother,
Somebody he tried to
you,
fight, so
you have to fear the spiritual if you don't know the spiritual now.
right, true.
If you don't know nothing about the spirit, you got to fear. It's just like back in the days with we in church.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know nothing about the church and whatever. That's you understand me. And since them are evil people that come and I do them things in a church, people don't fear church anymore.
True. Yeah.
Right? But I know deep down, as soon as you gather your people them and your people them come and start and do them ancestor thing, have them meet now, have everything, him shit himself because he don't know what's going
He
on.
don't know. No, he don't know it. No, that's true.
Okay,
You understand me?
I want to ask a question here. So I'm going to ask you a question, you see, and if you can answer, you answer, and if you can't, I mean, you don't have to answer, but I just would like, I'm curious about these two entertainers that are in that era. Are they a friend with Curry?
Yes. Yes.
Or they are a friend with
But-
Curry?
Right,
So what
but
if their rules
it's
here?
only one of them that remain now, you know. But I can say Cudjoe Banton is no longer in support of him.
Okay.
Because what he was supposed to get out of his leadership, he hasn't gotten. You know.
Oh. What about
He's
this
taking
guy
a back
here?
seat.
Let me see if we can refresh your memory about a guy by the name of, what name again? I call himself King.
Spraga.
I
Spraga.
say more run for man. Well, if idiot one puts
Oh,
up,
L.A. Lewis.
do it for him there.
L.A. Lewis is a madman.
Yeah, he's a madman.
He used to frequent the community, but he's not a maroon. No. L.A. Lewis is just capitalizing on, what you call it? I guess maroon means something to a lot of people outside of Jamaica.
Yeah.
So he's using that, and that's where he's enriching himself, selling IDs and all of this stuff. So he's not real maroon, or he's not approaching what would be maroon culture.
Listen, L.A. Lewis is a poster. You call him poster because
Yeah.
that's the way L.A. Lewis come from him used to poster him things them in a bus stop from in the 80s. Right?
I'll understand.
Everyone at the bus them you go, you see him put sticker L.A. Lewis, L.A. Lewis, L.A. Lewis.
Right name,
But
but
just a poster person.
What's the boy? Yeah.
Yeah. And then him come, I don't know how comes him why him go becomes and talk about him a part of emperor and them all them rubbish. And then people just fly with it and just give him it. With him whole heap of paper them when cut up and put your US money about him have US we can't spend. That time for the police then lock him up with them counterfeit money there.
He not saying get, remember him saying get 400 million, $4 billion from England for the maroon, you know. and him, the Andrew Wold is not a key.
How comes he not come look for you not come look for Prince Charles? King Charles.
So all them things with LA go on with Captain. I go in the cemetery them and antagonize the old ancestor them with tired and gone sleep. And I dig them up and take up them skull and I work all this kind of same I work science. What do you think about that?
know it.
You know, so there was cemetery going on a maroon down there. It's
No,
not-
you say Chinese cemetery in Goman.
Yeah,
No,
it's
it's
not,
not-
I don't know where, but it's not a maroon community.
And Maypen cemetery going on with the broke down grave them there.
Pen cemetery and him go one over Port Royal and him go up at
Yeah, a whole heap of skull. Alright, Squitty, if you're going to Maypen cemetery, the mad people there, a whole heap of skull they have down, they put down pan grave.
Yeah, me know, but he might dig up, he might dig them up and I use them to and I wall up like fire and them all kind of thing.
You see, him a madman, man.
Well, we don't know what he's doing or what he intends to accomplish.
Hey,
but
I want
just,
to-
as I say, he's a poser. You know, he just.
Listen now, I want the real thing, the real people them a maroon town grab him and put him in the ring. And
know,
say
say-
jump.
Yeah. You ask about Africa.
And call for the spirit them and let the spirit them find him and see if he can angle them.
Alright. No, Maroon Town is not a joke thing, you know. You see, you asked about Africa earlier. Somebody asked about her. Africa, I think it was one of the last time she came to a compound town. She went and we have I don't know if you know the mango tree that we have the celebration under. She went and took down the sign. There's a sign on it that said Kinder we are family. She went and tore it down. And I can't remember what they said. She said that they said she was just foaming at the mouth. She fell on the ground. And they have to send for the abeng and the drummers to pour rum on him and the beat drum and they sing and take him out, send him out the community. She hasn't come back there since that.
Yeah, man, that is the thing.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
hasn't
sir.
come back there since. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Captain Cudjoe, can I ask you a small question?
Sure.
The bank, who was the founder and the builder of that bank?
The person who built it is a gentleman by the name of Timothy McPherson. He's a friend of the former colonel, and it was built on the former colonel's family land.
So what was the idea around that bank?
Well, they were promoting some currency called the Lumi, which I understand is some big thing in, I think it's Ghana, Africa. But again, everybody is trying to make a quick buck off the Maroonian, and that's probably where that was coming from.
There are certain language, brother. Like if you want, there are certain Maroon language. You have the intelligent to can speak those language, and you have to be taught from young days to speak that language, and only certain Maroon people can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, I. Yeah, man, Captain, why you there for hours with me? I see the fake man jump off and run.
Yeah, man. Well, I know here like I have a conversation, man, because next week is our celebration. So,
Squitty,
Yes, I.
with a man like me and Jeffrey and Dexter, you think them man there are scared?
Yeah.
An intelligent question, I'll back to him,
Yeah, man, I'll be beating it up.
Intelligent question,
Yeah.
he's a smart man, Don't get him wrong,
No, they will not figure that out.
He's just so deceptive. You understand? And that's the thing. People reject him in a compound town. He hardly even go there. Now
Because he want to do the wrong thing, brother.
Yeah, and
He
people
will
see
start
through
to
it.
do the wrong thing.
Respect you.
I think
You have a minute to answer somebody question. You may want to come in at the box. Eh?
Okay, sure. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Trev, you want to lend me your box, Trevor? Because you don't talk for you there. No, let me take him out. I'll take him now answer. Let me bring up the question. All right, sir. Yes, ask the captain now.
Good blessing and greetings to everyone. Saying,
Yeah, blessing.
yeah, brethren, what I'm saying about L.A. Lewis now. Did you know, may I ask you a question, you know of Colonel Harris?
You talk about Harris Colley? Oh, you mean Colonel Harris from
Motown.
Moortown? Yeah.
Well, some rules in the Maroon have made more than 100 years ago of the descendants of Maroon, just like me, my grandparents and grandmother and mother, they're all come down as Maroon people because that's where they coming from, Motown, eh? But what I'm saying about L.A. Lewis, because L.A. Lewis saying that Lewis, they are Maroon. So what I'm saying, if he can trace him family line, is that like how we can go up a Motown now and show you several family we may have. You understand me? We can show you several family who are my cousin them, yeah? You understand me? My great grandparents them grew up in a Motown. See? So I know I am a descendant of the Maroon.
Right.
So what about L.A. Lewis? If he have that lineage like me, you don't think he's a part of the Maroon?
no.
Here's the thing now. Here's the thing where I would say now. L.A. Lewis claimed he was from a compound. He used to visit a compound quite often. I've seen him there several times myself. They chase him from a compound. And I don't know which other Maroon community he fell on now. But if you realize with L.A. Lewis now, what L.A. Lewis come out and say, well, he was declared emperor of the Maroons. You tell me if that's not the sign or act of a madman.
Yeah, because
he's claiming heritage in a compound town now. We know he don't come from a compound town. So he can't trace no roots to no Maroon community.
This is what I wanted to know. I want to know if him can trace him family lineage. Because if him can trace him family lineage and show you people in a Motown. So that's my cousin. That's what my great grandmother.
But if you don't know the culture, brother, if you don't know the culture, how you can hold on to a culture when you don't know it?
Because
He tried to do that in a compound,
Captain.
but he's not from a compound. So now he's trying to...
Yeah, sorry, Captain, didn't know that they speak Spanish as well. Because when I lived with my grandmother in St. Thomas, there's a lot of words I learned from her in Spanish. Because there are Maroon that speak Spanish from that long time, from the pass it on to generation, from movement.
Yeah. Right. And the Maroon language, as I say, is mixed. Remember now, you know, the Maroons themselves were enslaved by Spanish, you know.
Spanish.
Yeah, they were enslaved by Spanish, so they would know some Spanish words, yes.
No Spanish man,
But
Spanish was
then as they mix the Spanish and the English and their original language, just like how the French in Haiti, they mix French and their original language.